basically, I was a party person. I used to go to party, just go to party, just to stand up watching the DJ and watch other people dance, and have a drink or something. I never used to go. I used to go to church like once in a blue moon, like when special events like a Christmas or Easter time. I used to go to church. So basically, I never used to be dancing unless it's like a slow jam or stuff like that. Basically, old school music. So basically, how I come up with this dance ministry, I've been invited to church on a Thursday. It was a men's. It's an invitation I got to from my wife mother. She invited me to church one Thursday evening, and up to today day, I never regret go to church that night. I never regret go to church that night because up to today is a blessing. And after I go to church, and that same Thursday night, a lot of people get saved, and I think I never go to the altar and say put up my hand and say I'm gonna get saved. But that same weekend, that Sunday evening, they have a baptism, and the baptism, I think it was about 14 people in that baptism that night who scheduled to get baptized. So basically, I was just there, just shooting some photographs with my little camera. Just have no intention of getting baptized or nothing. So after all the people who supposed to be baptized, they all done baptized. They got 3 ministers in the water. Was asking if anybody else want to come and get baptized, and basically stuff like that. So basically, you have Minister Williams. He say certain things where I mean sitting in my seat crying. It's like he said he was in like a grave, the pool. He was in that pool. So he was preaching, they was singing, they was jumping and shouting. And Brother Williams was preaching, and say, you see this grave here? When you come into this grave right here, you can step out and go sit back at your seat. So basically, but when you go into the other grave, there's no way out. And when I hear that, I just sit down in my seat and I start cry. Tears are running out of my eyes. And my wife, mom was sitting right beside me. She never see what was going on. I was just, and I touch her and say, you know what? I'm gonna take a dip in this water. And just like when I sit down, I was just gonna take my shoes off, and I take my wallet out my pocket and I put on the seat and everything. And I was walking up to the poolside just to take a dip, just like who I am. And one of the sisters take me in the back and change my clothes. And I get dressed in a different, not even a white, just a regular green shirt. So that's when I really get baptized and get saved. On the 4th of February 2007, that's my first day of getting saved. And basically, when I get saved that night, it's like a different feeling. It's like I'm in a new world. I start seeing new, everything that's happening around me is new. It's like it's a new life. It's just, I just can't express myself how it was. It's a pure. Everything happening around me is pure and clean. I'm telling you. And then I start go to convention, things I never used to do. I used to start go to churches, different churches, and I see the pureness. I see the cleanliness in everything that I'm doing.